Hey everyone, welcome to Maths Easy. This is your go-to place for GCSE Maths exam style questions with full work solutions. This is video number 9 in our series, and today we are going to look at a really useful topic, which is finding the midpoint of a line segment. This is a must-know skill for your GCSE Maths exam, and we are going to break it down step by step with real exam style questions. So if you want to boost your confidence and score those marks, make sure you stick around. All right, let's dive in. Here we have a question where they ask, where they've given point A, its coordinate, point N, which is the midpoint, the coordinates are given, and you're expected to find the coordinates of the other point. So in general, if you think about a line segment like that, let's say this point has coordinate x1 and y1. And let's say the other end has coordinates x2 and y2. Now, it's quite obvious to figure this out. The center, the midpoint between those two lines, whatever the x values, you need to get the average of it. How do I do that? x1 add x2 divided by 2. That's the average. And then do the same thing for y's. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now that gives you the coordinates of the midpoint. Now in this question, it says point A has coordinates 6, negative 1. Okay, 6 and negative 1. The midpoint has coordinates 3, 2. Now the question is to find the coordinates of point B. So let's call this A and N and B. Now let's use the formula. So we know x1 plus x2 over 2 should give me the answer 3. So let's write this down. 3 is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2. But I know x1 is 6. Okay. So 3 is equal to 6 add x2 over 2. Now this 2 goes to the other side and becomes multiplication. 3 times 2 is 6 is equal to 6 add x2. So x2 is 6 take away 6, 0. So I know the value of x2. I can do the same thing for the y coordinates. Now I know the y coordinates, the midpoint is 2. So y1 plus y2 over 2 is equal to 2. So 2 is equal to y1 plus y2 over 2. But I know y1 is negative 1. So let's plug this in. 2 is equal to negative 1 plus y2 over 2. Now I can move this 2 to the other side where it becomes multiplication. 4 is equal to negative 1 plus y2. So negative 1 goes to this side. So y2 is equal to 4 add 1, 5. So I got x1 and x2 and y2 now. So the coordinates of point B, the answer is 0, 5. That's it. Now I'm going to give you a question to try. Please pause the video at this point. Have a look at it. If you want to quickly jot this down, you can. If you're ready to do the question on your own and then wait for my answer. Here is your question. Here is the answer. So you can do the same thing. The x coordinate of the midpoint is 1. 1 is equal to 4 plus x2 over 2. Solve it to get x equals negative 2. Do the same thing with point y. 3 is equal to 6 plus y2 over 2. And you can solve it, you get y2 is equal to 0. So it's negative 2, 0. Now for these questions, you don't need to necessarily draw the these coordinates the way that they really look, right, on a coordinate plane. For an example, it's not a straight line. Point C is sort of, 4, 6. So 4 here, 6 here. So around here. The midpoint is 1, 3. So it's around here. So it kind of goes like that. But you don't need to worry about how it really looks like. You can just use a normal calculation diagram like that and you'll always get the correct answer. Let's try another question. Press pause and try this question. Here's the answer for the last question. It's done exactly in the same way. So you make 0 is equal to negative 3 add x2 over 2. Solve it to get your x value. Do the same thing to get the y coordinate, and you get the final answer. The coordinates of point F is 3, negative 2. Now this is a very popular GCSE exam style question. I've seen questions like this multiple times. Sometimes you get questions where they give you the two endpoints and ask you the middle one, which is a relatively easy one. This is a slightly harder version, but make sure you memorize how to do these type of questions too.